Hello guys, welcome to a new video on Tower of God New World. This is the second account review video I have on my channel, and this time we're going to review the accounts of Hamad's and Chiaki. I'm going to follow the same format as the previous video, so I'm going to go through all the screenshots and tell you guys some advice or the things I would do in your place. So yeah, in this time, I also added some notes that I will show on screen while we go through the different topics, so that you can, at the end, maybe take a screenshot and have some information available at all times if you want to. Otherwise, yeah, just to have them available here for everyone to read and also understand at which point we are. So let's get started with Ahmad's account. And I want to say first that this account is still quite fresh. You're level 73, but by the time this video comes out, probably you are higher than that. So yeah, quite early into the game. And I would say that you have a lot of units, to be honest, like also well duped up. So I would say it's fine. You already reached floor 21 and you need the third carry now, which you don't really have, unfortunately, but we're going to talk in more detail in the next topics. For now, let's start with the yellow element. So here, yeah, basically the things to do are just take your Iwa to Rainbow 5 and their exclusive achievement to plus 30. At the moment, it seems to be plus 10, if I'm correct. So it's quite low, and her plus 30 is really, really strong. But at the very least, you should take her to plus 20 so that you can keep the ignition weapon set. But still, yeah, I would say quite fine. You just need to upgrade the exclusive equipment, and that's all. Then we have, as the other thing to focus on in this element, just BAM. You should keep him in the wish list, as you're already doing. And over time, get either his exclusive equipment or Evan's at plus 20. So that you can just start equipping the Runda set and give additional energy to Evo as well. So yeah, overall, like their exclusive equipments are not bad, both Evans and Bombs. So you can definitely take them both to plus 30 over time, but now you have also other priorities. So yeah, just take them after you upgraded Hiwa and the other ones in the purple element. Other than that, just a report that needs to be level 4, but that's fine, just minor things. You will get there in no time. So that's all for this element. You don't need anyone else. You don't need to invest in hats. You don't necessarily need to invest in Vespa, especially now that we're probably going to get data work soon. So she might not be needed by then. So yeah, everyone else is not needed for you at the moment. Then we have the purple element. For this element, definitely we need to take Joaquin's exclusive equipment to plus 30, but not immediately. Hiwa has the priority there. You should take her to plus 30 first, because her plus 30 is more impactful than Joaquin. Joaquin just gets an additional stack of the passive, but by the time you get to 4 stacks, it is already going to be like destroying the whole enemy team anyway, so you won't really feel the difference that much. And I would say you can leave it for second. Like after Hiwa, then you can take Joaquin to plus 30 as well. What's most important here is Karaka. Like you need to take Karaka to plus 20 at the very least for the ignition weapon. And plus 30 is also recommended because this guy has a lot of magical physical resistance coming from his passive, which is also really good. So I would definitely recommend plus 30. But again, I would say Joaquin first and then Karaka. And yeah, the other useful unit in this element is just Kunagero. You should keep him in the wish list, and over time, once all the others are done, just get this exclusive equipment to plus 20 for the Runda set, and that's about it. Everyone else, don't bother with. You can run just a team with Joaquin, Kunagero, Karaka. Then you can put Gustang in, but you don't need to invest in his exclusive equipment. It's kind of bad if you don't have a lot of dupes, and even then, I don't know. Also, don't pull for this guy because he's really dupes reliant, and even then is not that impactful anyway to justify that investment. So I would say do not pull for him. You're fine with one copy. You can place him in the team and it will do something. At the very least, it will help Karaka with his survivability and it will also help the lifesteal of Joaquin. So yeah, definitely a good unit, but you don't need to invest too much in him. And then the fifth spot could be a unit like Endorsi. You don't need to invest in her at all. She's just going to bait the enemy units a little bit, group them up, and then die, and that's all she needs to do. So yeah, that was all also for the purple element. The next one is the red, and yeah, starting from red, I see that you have little to no investment at all. So yeah, I feel like you can just ignore red for now. You don't need additional copies of Warian. You don't need to get Xia copies at the moment. And then there is really no free-to-play friendly DPS here. Your best bet is still 3 green Viol, but even then, it's just going to be fine. You will want to get him to 3 red eventually in the future. I wouldn't invest in a Craptor at the moment just because Viol is overall better, and I wouldn't invest in Evankel either because she really wants full rainbow, and as a free-to-play player, you don't want to take her there. So yeah, I would say for now ignore, and later on when you start pulling in the black market, because you already have all the other priorities sorted out, then you can go for Viol 3 green and get some dupes for the supports as well. Then we have the blue element, and also this one, little to no investment, but this is the best choice for free-to-play players because you can just invest in Quran. It's going to be a great main DPS. Not the best one, is not going to be Joaquin level or Hiwa level, not even close unfortunately, because this guy just lacks AoE damage. He's okay single target, he has nice survivability, but is not a really great DPS. Is just fine and is your best bet in this element at the moment. So yeah, definitely invest in Quran after you max Hiwa out, and then you can get some copies of Blood. It will work as a sub DPS or just removing annoying units from the enemy backline, and that's all. You also need to get additional copies of Blank, but we're going to talk about that in the wishlist part of the video. You don't need to get more copies of Datamashini for now. You don't need to get more copies of Urek because it's really similar to Evankel. You need too many copies, so yeah, not really that worth it. You don't need like full rainbow, but for orange, bare minimum, I would say. Otherwise, it just keeps dying. You can put him in the team even now, and at the very least, it will proc the passive and stun everyone for like 2 seconds. That's all the use you will get out of work. Then we have the green element, and this one, literally, you don't have the support, you don't have Lozelle, you don't have Child and Dorsey, which is probably the only kind of SSR option as the DPS, but even then, she's not the greatest. And you don't have the collab units. So these elements, just ignore it, and you don't need to do anything about it. You will work on Zahard later on and get him to 3 red eventually, but everyone else is just not useful. Just ignore it altogether, or at least that's what I would do. Then we have the links, and here I would say you're already fine. You have 3 links at A, 2 in the B rankings. So you can already just focus on origin orbs and just level these ones up only when you get close to the level cap, and don't bother otherwise. You will have to focus on origin orb first and then the Tree Essence facility. So still plenty of places to use your soul crystals on other than the actual Shinsu Link's limit breaks. And now we have the Tree Essence facility. Here again, your account is still fresh, so it's totally normal that you don't have a lot of A's. And you shouldn't use your crystals here just yet. Like the uh, attribute crystals, sure, like the strength one, dexterity ones, and intelligence ones, sure, you can use them here. But I mean, you should not use the soul crystals in the workshop store to exchange for these crystals. First, max your origin orb trees, and then you can use the soul crystals to exchange for additional crystals. Uh, that's what I meant. So here, your main priority will be the dexterity tree because ranged and assassin units have the highest need of accuracy. So when you will get to the point of exchanging soul crystals for crystals, definitely focus on getting dexterity crystals first. But yeah, other than that, the way to go about how to unlock the second wheel could change. I would say there is a safe option, which is every time you get an A, lock it. That will increase the cost of the reroll of the stats, but to me, that's the safest choice. There are people who are recommending to keep rerolling without locking anything until you get two A's, and at that point, you lock both of them. This one, I think it relies a lot on luck, but I can see it working. I cannot tell which of the two is better. To be honest, I would probably just stick to whenever you get an A, lock it, regardless of the stat, instead of just keep rolling until you get two A's at the same time. Because that, I don't know, you might be lucky a few times, but then if you just keep rolling, okay, it's 100 instead of 200 crystals, but still, I think you really need a lot of luck to do that. But yeah, people might disagree, and you can feel free to try that way if you want and see if it works for you. If it does, great. If it doesn't, I would say as soon as you get an A, lock it, and that's all you really need to do. If you get like accuracy rolls, you can just say, okay, let's leave this node for last, then you can move on to a different one. Otherwise, just keep rolling for A's. And yeah, that was all for the Trescence facility. As we can see, all three of them are more or less at the same point, but that's totally fine. And then we have the origin orbs. So here, this is the place where you want to use your soul crystals on, and also your arena coins to buy the books you need to go down these trees. So first, obviously, you want to max the purple tree and already start working your way down the yellow tree that we can see here. Yeah. So what's really important is at the very least you need to max one tree out for the additional one level on the Shinsu links so that you can like overcome the Shinsu limitation or just the Shinsu requirement so that you can get like all the links to 220 and they will automatically get the 221 uh, like increase. And that's really great so that you can at least push a little bit more before having to really use the Shinsu to level up the links. This will help quite a bit, but just one at the beginning is fine. Then you can work again on your yellow tree. You have two options at this point. You're already floor 21, so I would say stop at the plus 50 accuracy node, which is at the bottom row. We see here on the screenshot the second one from the right. So the one with the arrow and the like the target there. Plus 50 accuracy means in total you will get plus 80, which is really good, is a nice addition. And you can stop there and then move on to upgrading the blue tree, same up until the 80 accuracy. And then once you get also the blue tree to plus 80 accuracy, you can then max the yellow tree and go down the red and green trees up to the plus 80. Once you've done that, max the blue tree and then uh, max the red or green or, based on like which of the two you have more units for. That's how I would go about it. Then we have the wish list, and here, okay, it's fine to keep Iwa there. You want to get her to full rainbow and then swap her out for Kuran. You can already put Kunran in instead of Waryun, to be honest. So you can just remove Waryun from the wish list and put Kunran in so that you can start getting some copies of him. And you can also remove Verdi, you don't really need her. You already have Joaquin as a boss unit because it's still really good. And yeah, Verdi cannot really do anything else other than bossing. So you just remove her. You won't need her more than 3 green for now, it's fine. And you can put Blanc in. And yeah, that's like what you should have as a wish list. I would say Hiwa, Kuran, Kunagero, Blanc, and Bam. Once you get Hiwa maxed out, obviously you put Ran in the leftmost spot, and then you can add as a unit someone like Blarode, and then even again Warion and Xexia or Lozel. Those supports based on whether you prefer to build a red team first or a green one. There is little difference. I would probably go for the red one because overall is more solid than green since you do not have the collab units. Really green doesn't have a lot to offer. So I would go with Warion and Xexia once you get also the other supports to 3 red. And yeah, then the next topic is just trials, but here I see just a new account, so it's normal that you take some time to, like you need time to push the trials, but you can easily push with no problems with the links you have at the moment, so good. You will get a ton of materials for the exclusive equipment upgrades that you will need because you like as we can see already from the screen, there are quite a few of them that you need to upgrade, so that will definitely help. Then we have the black market. For the black market, do not spend Suspendium here yet because you really have a lot of unit you need to invest in. So don't use your Suspendium here, just use the tickets. But once you get to the point where you have tickets or you have all the other units invested, uh, your priorities, in my opinion, would be to get Viol to 3 green, so you can already start using red team, and then Zahard to 3 red, so that he can carry the green element on his own. Those are basically the two priorities. After 3 red Zahard, I would put a little bit more effort on getting Viol to 3 red, but we will also have to see by that point which other units will be released and if there is anything better than those. Probably better than 3 Zard. It's difficult, but maybe someone that can also replace Viol. I don't know. But those two, just in general, are pretty safe investments. They are really good and they have their uses in any case. So definitely worth taking 2, 3 red, both of them. And yeah, other than that, just the screen of the floor. Here you were still on the 20th floor, but now you're on the 21st. Like reading one of the comments you left on one of my videos, so really good. And now you need obviously the third team, which will like take you quite some time, and now the progress will slow down significantly. But I'm pretty sure that if you invest on the right units, you will just be able to push without any problems. And yeah, that was all for this account. So let's move on to the second one here. So for ChiakiDono's account, again, we're going to go through like the different topics. The first one being the yellow team. And here we can see, okay, this is a free-to-play account, but you've been playing for quite a while. You are higher level than me, so I'm guessing close to the beginning of the game you've been playing, so good. You already have a lot of units maxed out, that's fine. And here we can see that the yellow element is okay. You're just missing Bomb at 3 red, and also his Exodia came into plus 20, but yeah, you can get those in no time. Your Vespa doesn't need anything more, I would say. If you really want, you could take his Exodia achievement a little bit higher for the Alliance boss, but really not too important. You have a Nats invested, but that's normal. If you, like before Hiwa He was the go-to unit in the yellow element, so yeah, makes sense. Nothing to do about it. Unfortunately, he's useless now, but yeah, still fine. And then the boss units, not really relevant, and yeah, nothing else to mention here. Then we have the purple element. In here, yeah, you need to take your Oakin to full rainbow for sure. Everything else seems fine. He has rapport 6 and he already has exclusive achievement plus 40, so really good. You should obviously keep Kunagero in the wish list. He's still 1 blue, so he's still a long way to go, but yeah, keep him in the wish list and we'll get to 3 red eventually and for rainbow sooner or later. But what's important here is, again, the exclusive achievement for Karaka. Definitely get him to plus 20 or even plus 30 because he really needs it to survive. If you really want a good frontline, that's a really nice investment and you won't regret it at all. And yeah, the last thing is just Gustang. You don't need to pull for more Gustangs because he's not that great of a unit. He's not going to help you basically at all. So yeah, just leave him like that. It will still do something. It won't be the best, but still your best support option after Kunagero. So definitely worth using, but not investing into. And yeah, then I don't know, for like Kiseiya, not really too important. I would say you have other units to prioritize first. Then later, if you have pools to spare, you can also pool her a little bit more, but you should be fine without her for the time being. Then we have the red element, and I see you have the plus 40 exclusive achievement for Evankel. That's quite overkill, but I'm pretty sure you already noticed because she's just dying without doing anything. And that's unfortunate because again, she really needs the full rainbow. She is relying on the special skill to survive, and that's a bit unfortunate and not really for free-to-play players, I would say. But you already have Viol with the plus 30 exclusive achievement, so totally fine. It will like need more copies to really shine, but still yours is already quite good. Then like the other thing here is just taking Xiaxia to 3 red, but you're already at a good point, and over time, just by having her in the wish list, she will get there, so it's fine. Anything else here? Really nothing worth mentioning. Let's hope Romei is going to be a good unit that can also support this element a little bit more, but who knows? Assuming Romei is going to be red, we don't know, but yeah. Then we have the blue element. Here, you just need, again, to take Kuran to Rainbow 5 and then get additional copies of Blanc and Blarode. The rest is fine. There are no other useful units. Leroro could be fine, but still, I'm not sure it's worth investing in at the moment. Ulrich, same issue as Evankel, not really for free-to-play players. You want, I would say at the very least, for orange again. So yeah, just ignore him. And your data machine is fine for now. For green, you already have Zahard to 3 blue, so that's good. You have a fully maxed Child and Dorsey, so your green team is good. You just need to take Zahard to 3 red and maybe a few more copies of Lozel, and then you're set. You invested a lot in the exclusive achievement of the collab units, even though now they are stuck at the level they are. So probably those resources could have been used on like BAM, Karaka, Kunagero, stuff like that, but still quite good nonetheless, I would say. And yeah, your green element overall is fine. So good. Next we have the links. So for the links, again, do not use soul crystals here. You still have to unlock the second wheel on 2 of the 3 Tree Essence Facility trees. So definitely focus on that and don't use it here in these Shinsu links for now. Because you're really far away from the level cap anyway, and you can just level them up by then. It's fine. Then we have the three essence facilities that we just mentioned. You already have the second wheel for the dexterity tree, which is good. It was the like it is the most important one out of the three, so really good. And the other ones are really close. So definitely you want to use the soul crystals here to get the three A's in all nodes and unlock the second wheel. Overall, really good. At least the most important one is out of the way, but yeah, you also want to get the other two just to be on the safe side. Origin orbs already maxed, so nothing to mention here. Now we have the wish list. And in your wish list, yes, you should max Joaquin first, so it's fine to leave him there. Probably you already have a few more copies by now, just with the standard pools and the SSR selector there. So really good. Once he is maxed out, you can swap him out for Ran. Obviously, he's going to be your third DPS. Well, not third because you already have also Child and Dorsey, but like fourth DPS. And you want to get additional copies of Bloodrod as well, so he's fine there. Once you remove Joaquin and put Quran instead, then in the new spot in the wish list you have, you can put Blanc and Xiaxia. They're definitely fine, both of them, and I would put them in that order, so Blanc first and then Xiaxia. Yeah, other than that, you are overall quite fine. You just need more copies of the supports, but that's going to take some time. Here in the trials, I'm guessing you are quite stuck at that level, but yeah, it kind of fits with your link levels and your dupes, so I would say overall nice progress, and there is not much else you can push here. The black market, you don't have many tickets. I would say you should not like spend your suspendium here yet. You can just wait a bit and just use your tickets for now. I wouldn't pull for Gustang. As I said before, I would say take Zahar to 3 red, then Viol to 3 red. Obviously, as you said also in the email, you are going to pull for Data Urek, at the very least one copy, and I would say, okay, sure, one copy is fine. I wouldn't go beyond that at the beginning. I will try to let you guys know how many dupes he need. I will pull for him for sure. At the very least, I think 3 blue or something like that. I will see as soon as he's out. And I will let you guys know how I feel like he's going to perform at different levels of investment, and then we can uh, decide afterwards whether we want to invest in that guy or not. But I would say Zahard and Viol, again, are quite solid units and they are really good to take to 3 red anyway. But definitely not Gusten, just ignore him. I don't feel like he's going to be that useful. And yeah, that was pretty much all again, because here is just the screenshot with the suspendium and the floor stage, which is 2818, which we already had here on the screen, which is really nice, by the way. So you're already starting to probably feel like it's going to be difficult. You will have also in the 29th floor, yeah, 29th floor, a lot of red enemies for the first 20 floors. Then I think either blue or green. Like every 20 floors seems to change. So yeah, it's going to be a mess. Good luck. Nothing much to say there. I also noticed you uploaded the screen of the bag, and here not many things to mention. Like I see you have already quite a few extracts, so definitely take Caracas Exclusive Achievement to +20 first, and then the rest just take some supports here and there, or just hold on to them for Data Urek or other units that are coming out soon. I also have one question regarding the instruction manuals. I see that you have 13 of the green ones. I don't know if you are still buying them from with the arena coins, but if you are, definitely stop. You should get the extracts with the arena coins, not the books, now that you have the original maxed. Obviously, for everyone else that still needs to max their origin orb trees, definitely get the books, but don't get more than you need. I don't remember if it was like 18 total or something like that, probably. I think I said it in my in one of my previous guides. But yeah, don't get more books than you need because then they're pretty much useless. You will have all the units at level 8 proficiency anyway for the Suspendium, and you won't need those books. The last screenshot, there is nothing else I would say, just the Shinsu boxes and the gold boxes. Nothing strange here, so good. I would say that was all. Obviously, if you have any questions, guys, please feel free to write them down in the comments. And yeah, if you liked the video, please drop a like and subscribe to my channel. Yeah, I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Bye!